Okay, hello everybody. We are here now with another challenge of the Adventjs.dev page. In this case, we are in the challenge number 3. And I have to admit that I just realized that this page is also available in English. So with this will make it easier for us to understand the instructions, so I don't need to translate them again from Spanish to English. So yeah, so as you can see here, the challenge is easy. So yeah, let's see if it is as easy as it claims to be. So basically, these are the instructions. Let me move my camera to another place so we can see the instruction clearly. Okay, Santa Claus is checking his workshop inventory to prepare gift delivery. The elf have recorded the toys in an array of objects, but the information is a bit disorganized. You need to help Santa organize the inventory. You will receive an array of objects where each object represents a toy and has the properties, name, quantity, and category. The name is basically the name of the toy. The quantity is the available quantity of the toy, and the category to which the toys belongs, right? So our goal is to write a function that processes this array and returns an object that organizes the toys as follow. For example, the keys of the object will be the categories of toys. The values will be objects that have the toys' names as keys and the total quantity for each toy in that category as values. If there are toys with the same name in the same category, you must sum their quantities. If the array is empty, the function should should return an empty object. So let's see how well I understood these instructions. So basically, we have this example here. Well, we have to use this organize inventory function, which is the same defined here in the playground or in the in the editor. Yeah, our goal is to create a new object that basically organize or categorize the the different kind of gift. In this case, we have toys and sports given this inventory array, right? So I was looking at some a method that I think it will be useful for us. In this case, is a new available method. Let's say is a method that was released, if I am not mistaken, the last year, 2024. And this method allows us to basically to do what we need to do in this challenge. So, for example, we have in this case uh, we have as well an inventory object. In this case, if for food, and we have different kind of food. In this case, vegetables, fruits, and meat. So as you can see here, the object that the group by method of the object receives the inventory or any array that we want, that we have, I mean. And the second parameter is just a callback that allows us to categorize our object. In this case, we are categorizing it as per type. I mean, so all the types will be grouped by unique values. Let's say, so if we have two vegetables, it will have an array of two elements. If we have two fruits, it will have an array of to elements and so on. So it's basically what we have what we have here, which is basically the the result of the output of the above code, which is this one. So I think I'm gonna use the object that group by. So if we take a look at the browser compatibility, we will have it is widely supported by a huge range of browsers in their last version, of course. So I guess I have this version in my browser. I am using Edge, but yes, it should be fine. So what I like to do in these cases is to copy the one of the how can I say the potential values of inventory, in this case our first parameter, just to take that um, keep that in mind when working in the logic. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I can use another kind of comments here. Let's try, for example, this one. I think it will be better, right? Okay, awesome. So the first thing is to, as the instruction says, um, s- we have to group all the gift bar by their categories. So in this case, I gonna use some. Let's see. Mm, let's name it as gift categories, and it will be equal to an object that group by. Well, it seems it is not available here, so I'm gonna, well, let's see if that works. Maybe this platform is not updated with the latest functionalities of ECMAScript. So let's see. So according to the documentation, the first parameter is an array, so it will be the inventory, right? And then the second parameter will be the callback that will charge that is in charge of categorizing that object. So we'll need to receive, in this case, the category. I think we just need to return the category, so it group them correctly. So let's see if that is working. Okay, yeah, it seems that it doesn't recognize this method, so we need to use another another approach. So this is interesting because, well, I think the only way to do that, as far as I know, is using reduce, that method of of the arrays. So let's call the name of this constant as that I don't remember the name I put before. Okay, this one, give categories. So in this case, instead of the group by of the object, I will use the reduce method of array. So as we know, we need to initialize the reduce as an object, because as the instructions say, if the array is empty, we need to return an empty object. So in this case that we have here an empty, how can I say, an empty array, this constant will be equal to an empty object, and I think it is okay, right? So inside of this block code, well, we need to define the accumulated and the current GIF, let's say. So we have to return object, right? So first of all, let's see, because I have to create, first of all, I have to categorize all the gifts. So let me think, what can I do? Mm, okay, let's see if this works. For example, I can create, let's imagine, categorized object, and it will be equal to something like this. In this case, we have to, how can I say? So for the current GIF, I have to access to the category, right? And the category will be equal to, let's see, um, I think it will be the accumulated. Okay, first of all, I have to add the current GIF name, right? And it will be equal to the quantity of how many GIF we have with that name. So it will be equal to accumulated uh, that current GIF, that name. So imagine that this will be equal to 0. We have to sum the quantity of it. Let's see. Let me think. So well, okay, yeah, awesome. We will have a plus a current GIF, that quantity exactly. I think we can do something like this. Let me see. Or 0. So if this is undefined, we okay, my mouse is not working well. So if this is undefined, we have to assume that as a 0, so the math operation works correctly. So I think with this code should work. Let's see. So we just need to return the categorized object. So let's see if that is working. Okay. So in this case, okay, it is working for only a few tests. So okay, I forgot to spread the basically to keep the accumulated object. Let's see. So it will be something like this if I am not mistaken. Let's see. Okay, in this case for this array, we have education book 5 and art paint 3. So it seems we are not making the operation with elements with the same name. So we are not adding 5 to 10 in this case. So let's see what is what is happening. Okay, the current name accumulated. In this case, it will be category, and then it will be current GIF, that name. I think so. Let's see now. Okay. Okay. In this case, okay, let's imagine. So let's see what happened with this now. Okay, this is accumulated. Okay. Category that current GIF name is not working. Why? If I use an optional chaining, what happened? Okay. Um, so if I remove this, it won't work, obviously, right? Let's see now. Okay, let's use the accumulated again. Okay, we have car 5, we have racket 4, but we missed these other names for the toys and sports. So, okay. Okay, I think in this case I need to, well, let's see first. The racket is the operation of the zoom is correctly zoom, I guess. Because we have racket 4 and then we have, and here we have racket 4 and car 5 and car 5. So that's okay. So we are zooming 3 plus 2 and that is working correctly. So in this case, I have to add the uh, accumulated current category. Current category. Yeah, I think so. So let's see what's happened now. Also, we made it. So this is basically our approach. I don't know how beautiful we can make it. Let's see if we can abstract this object to make it clearer. So let's imagine that we have here the function, I don't know, categorize, categorize, categorize. I think that's that's how it should be spelled. I don't remember. Categorize, categorize, categorize. Well, I am not sure. Let me use the translator. Categorizar. Okay, it's with the normal I. Yeah. So we have here it receive the accumulated and the current gift. Categorize gift, right? And we will have, for example, accumulated how can I say, accumulated gifts, that it will be equal to accumulated current gift category will be equal to, well, this current gift will be equal to inventory that number, right? So we will have here the current gift will be accumulated current gift category, right? And then we will have the cons new categorize gift. It will be an object, right, of current gift category. I to be honest, I don't know what I am doing, but let's see if that work. Okay, I misspelled this. It's gift with T at the end. And we will have here basically a disco over here. So yeah. So basically we have to move this code at the top. I think it will make more sense over there. And in the accumulated GIF, we will have here basically new categorized GIF plus that current gift category, right? I think that's enough. So let's see if that is still working. Well, obviously we have to return the accumulated gifts. Okay, so let's use this function over here and pass it to the reduce function of the method to see if it is still working. Awesome. Yeah. So basically, well, I didn't do anything magical. I just created another function because I like that way we can name or have more descriptive functions. So I hope that is easier to follow or to understand. Yeah, I think for me it is a bit uh, a bit cleaner. Yeah, I mean, but you know, it depends on the likings of you of you or your preferences. But in my case, I like always to create name functions and pass them to any any method that I am using, because in this part I think it's clearer to read it as okay, we have the inventory array and we are going to reduce it in order to categorize all the gifts. So this is how I would read it. So I don't know what do you think about it. So yeah, this is basically the solution of this challenge. So see you in the next challenge. Bye.